Good evening, East Alabama. Welcome into the locker room on this Friday afternoon. We are talking Alexandria Lady Cubs golf today. They are state champions after winning the Class 4A and 5A state championship up in Florence earlier this week. We are joined by Coach Kiker, the head coach of the ladies Cubs golf team, also the coach of the boys team as well. But Coach, let's just start. We interviewed earlier this season. We knew that the potential was there for this team. Obviously, White Plains, a solid team, ended up falling short, but West Point was the team that gave you guys the biggest run in the end. But these ladies got it done. They brought home a state championship. Just talk about, the finish to the season.
Yeah, I was worried after that interview, and then we didn't win the county tournament, and we got beat a few more times. So, it was kind of touch and go there for a little while. But these ladies really ended the season the way I thought we should have played, most of the year. We didn't, then they'll tell you they didn't play their best until probably sectional sub-state is probably when they really started playing like they were capable of. So, it was good because it was at the right time. But the ending to the season, the sectional, we kind of knew we were going to advance no matter kind of what we shot, and they ended up winning the sectional tournament, which was awesome. And then the sub-state we knew was going to be really tough. I think we made it to the state tournament by 2 shots. West Point beat us by 3 shots, and the top 2 go. But that's how close it is. It's really hard just to get there. So it's an accomplishment to get there. There are 4 teams there, and it is an accomplishment to get there. When we got there, I thought it would be us in West Point with the best chance to win it. So we were just, fortunate, number one, to get there, but then, did what we were supposed to do when we got there. So.
Coach, after falling to West Point by a couple strokes at sub-state, was there anything you looked at specifically from them that you thought would help, or was it really just hit the course and try to play better than you played the week before?
Yeah, there was nothing specific. I thought West Point had a really good day. We had a really good day also. I think that might have been our lowest team score of the year. But I knew this course where we played in Muscle Shoals was going to be a lot tougher than the sub-state, than at Twin Bridges. So I knew I liked our chances even after we got beat by 3 shots. If we got beat by 20 shots, maybe it was different. But no, I thought we could beat them. There was nothing really we had to do but just go play. So.
Coach, 2 of those golfers that hit the course for you were Marley Hedgepath and Avery Prickett, 2 seniors for you that were very instrumental in bringing home this trophy. Just talk about those 2 and what this program is losing in them to graduation.
They are Alexandria kids through and through. I don't know any better example of Alexandria kids than those 2. They both waited their turn. Along with Nevaeh, they all waited their turn to be in the top 4. In girls golf, you play 4 and count 3. And we had 4 seniors 2 years ago that went to the state tournament every year they played and had chances to win it. Lauren Seacrest won it individually. But all the while that was going on, these girls were practicing, were working, and were just patient, which is sometimes what you have to be. I can't think of any better, and I never heard a complaint from them. They might have complained, but I didn't know about it. So, to me, they just represent what we're supposed to be about at Alexandria.
Now, Coach, your top scorer, though, at state was a 7th grader, Miss Jasmine Stokes. She really just turned it on there at the end of the season. So to know that, Coach, you've still got, let me do the math here, 8th, 9th, 10th, 5 years left of this girl in your program. I know that's exciting, but just talk about her to come up in the most important tournament of the year and finish as the top performer on the team.
We kind of made the assumption that she's just too young to know how big a moment it was. She played. Really some of her best golf of the year. I thought the sub-state and the state tournament was the best golf she played all year. She didn't make many of those 7th grade mistakes, which was good. And a lot of credit, and I think she'll tell you the same thing, goes to Coach Howard for kind of teaching her how to score a little better. It's just not really been hitting the ball. She hits the ball a mile. and she hits the ball pretty solid every time. But she just needed to learn how to score, and she did.
Now, Coach, obviously Nevaeh also contributed, but you also have Elena, who's obviously only an 8th grader, but has got so much potential in the future as well. So looking at Nevaeh and the way she performed, talk a little bit about that, but then also talk about Elena and her future with this program as well.
Yeah, that's what's good about this team is all 4 of the girls have led us at some point in time. They've all 4 been our low scorer at some point in time. Nevaeh was our low scorer at the sub-state tournament. And then Jasmine at the state tournament. So Avery's been our low scorer. Marley's been our low scorer. It just depends on where we're at and who's playing well. So that was one thing. I knew we had 4 players and we could count any 3 of them, and it was going to be okay. But Elena is steadily improving. She is just like I said about her sister. She's waiting her turn, and she waited her turn last year. And next year she's going to get her turn. So we're excited to have this group back, and but I'm really proud of the group that's leaving too. So,
Coach, when you look back on this season, obviously this is pretty special right here. It's the first time I've ever got to touch one. This is the closest I'll ever get to anything like this. But Coach, when you look back, obviously this is a big accomplishment. But what are you going to remember most about the day in, day out with these ladies?
Well, I mean, just what kind of teammates they are, what kind of people they are. For them to accept a 7th grader and an 8th grader, 2 seniors and a junior, that's kind of sometimes a bad dynamic with girls. I see that in basketball and things like that. But there was no drama with these girls, which is very rare dealing with girls. Yes, there was no drama. And the other thing I say, I mentioned this at some point in time. The girls have a tradition they started last year of signing the back of their trophies. Well, I didn't really like the idea of signing the back of this one, but they did, and you can see all their signatures. They asked Coach Howard and I to sign it as well. But this is what I remember the most. This is awesome. I may never get another one, but it's awesome. But this is probably more important to me than that. So is the people that, we got to do it with. So.
Absolutely. Coach, you got some pretty good young players, so I think you definitely got a chance to do this again. But when you talk about just the expectations coming into this season, because we talked about that, and then kind of in the middle of the season, things got a little rocky. What do you think maybe changed from county and sub-state to showing up at state and really nothing else to this point of the season had mattered? What do you think changed where you guys were able to flush last week and really just make it happen, win a state championship?
I don't know really what triggered the change. I think they knew they could do it after the sub-state tournament. I think they knew they could win it then. And I tried to, kind of help them understand that, hey, we have came to this tournament a lot of times before and not really had a shot, but, we thought we really had a good shot this year. I thought we were the best team there. Coach Howard thought we were the best team there. We just had to play like it, and we did.
Well, Coach, congratulations. Hey, when we come back, we're going to talk with the 2 seniors from the Alexandria Valley Cubs golf team, Miss Avery Prickett and Marley Hedgepeth. So do not go away. We are talking Alexandria Lady Golfs. And, man, here it is, state championship. We're going to talk more about that in just a minute as we continue on the Locker Room.
We live in a world that moves quickly, and while we are able to connect faster than ever through technology, maybe you've noticed that real connection is hard to come by. Parker Memorial Baptist Church offers you a place to connect, a place to learn more about Jesus and the difference He can make in your life, a place to build relationships with like-minded believers, or maybe discover what it means to be a follower of Jesus Christ. A place to use the gifts and talents God has given you. A place where we love God and we love you. Parker Memorial Baptist Church, 1205 Quintard Avenue, Anniston. Visit our website for details.
Welcome back into the Locker Room on this Friday afternoon, where we are talking with the state champions, the Alexandria Lady Cubs golf team, who brought home the Class 4A and 5A state championship in golf. We are joined by 2 seniors for the Valley Cubs, Miss Avery Prickett and Marley Hedgepeth. So, ladies, let's just start. The first question is this. Marley, you're a senior and you're a state champion. How does that make you feel?
Really good. I mean, I feel like I mean, I've been playing since I was in 7th, and this is all we've ever wanted. So, I mean, it feels pretty good.
Avery, for you as well, you're a state champion. How does that make you feel?
I agree. It's just amazing. I'm still kind of in shock about it, and I never would have dreamed that I would have been on a state championship team, and it's just great.
Ladies, when y'all went into the state tournament, there was a lot of rain. I feel like that's kind of been a consistent trend at the state golf tournament, is rain being a factor. What were you guys doing in that time leading up to when you actually hit the first tee box?
I feel like we were just we were really praying hard that the rain would stop. But I mean, I don't like wearing my rain stuff when I warm up. So even if it's raining, I try not to wear it, but if I have to, I will. But I feel like we were just really kind of keeping our fingers crossed that it would stop.
Yeah, Avery, kind of the same question. That time when you guys are supposed to take the tee box, you get delayed, you find yourself just kind of sitting around waiting. What were you guys doing to try to stay loose?
Moving around. We hit a bunch of balls. We chipped for a long time, and we had a lot of tournaments and matches in the rain already. So I think that kind of gave us an advantage as to being prepared mentally and physically of playing in the rain.
Marley, when you look at this season, obviously this is one of the highest moments. Y'all see the beautiful trophy right here. Obviously one of the highest moments is getting that state championship trophy. But away from this, looking at the rest of the season, what are you going to remember the most?
I just feel like the time that we all got to spend together outside of golf and at practice, like in between hitting, like when we would sit in between chipping and hitting down the range, and we would just sit and talk and just spending time with my girls and knowing that like we don't hate each other.
Avery, for you, what are you going to remember the most about this season?
Just the friendship, and we're like sisters now. It's a sisterhood. We're family, and it means a lot to me, and I think it's an unbreakable bond that will last a lifetime.
Marley, what's your plans after you graduate?
I am going to Snead to play golf. Kind of doing what my sister did. She played here and graduated in 2015, and she went to Snead and played golf, and so I'm kind of doing what she's doing. So.
All right, awesome. Following in your sister's footsteps. Yeah. Avery, for you, you're the older sister, but what's up? What's next for you?
I will attend JSU, and I want to become a high school teacher, and I want to become a golf coach and help with the band back here at Alexandria. That's my dream.
Awesome. Well, go Gamecocks. I'm a grad myself. Just talk about Coach Kiker. I mean, I know there's a lot of excitement. Also, not just Coach Kiker as well, but also his assistant, Coach Howard. Yeah. Both of them guys put a lot of time in investing in you guys. So just talk about both of them and kind of just how it's been to be able to play golf for them.
I mean, it's been an honor, really. I mean, I could go on and on. I'm going to try not to cry. I could go on and on about them all day. But I know people who have quit sports because they hate their coach, and I could never hate my golf coach, and I could never hate Coach Howard either.
That's awesome. Avery, for you, what are you going to remember most about them?
Gosh, she's made me emotional. I agree. Like, they've become like father figures to us, and you can tell that they truly love us and care about us, about our well-being. It's not just about the sport. It's so much more than that, and they've taught us life lessons that we're going to carry out throughout our whole life,
Marley, when you look back at your time at Alexandria, being a state champion is a pretty impressive accomplishment, but what has it meant to you to go to school here and be a part of this community?
I've loved every minute of it. I moved away, or I went here, and then I moved to a different school in Oxford, and then I came back, and just coming back and knowing that I wasn't going to be not welcomed back into the community, and I was, and that's when I started playing golf. And so it's just been like a blessing just being back and just going here and the times that I did, and it's just been amazing. I love Alexandria.
Absolutely. Avery, for you, just kind of the same question. What's it been like for you to go to Alexandria?
I think that Alexandria is one of the most special places on the planet. That's why I didn't want to move away for college. I wanted to live at home. all my family's here, and it holds a special place in my heart, and I can't imagine myself anywhere else.
That's awesome. Marley, when I come back next year and talk to the young golfers that are going to be continuing to move up and try to repeat as state champions, what do you hope they say in terms of the legacy that you left behind?
I just hope that they're able to, I just really want them to do it again. I hope that they will. I know me and Avery are kind of leaving a little bit of a dent in the team. But I know Nevaeh and Jasmine and Elena I know that they can do it. And they make me emotional too. But I'm going to miss them, and I just want them to, even if they don't win, just know that they did their best, and that's all that matters.
Mm-hmm. Avery, what do you want them to say about you when you graduate next week?
Oh, God, I don't even want to think about it. I think it's even more special having my younger sister on the team, and I want her and the others to have looked up to me and seen me as a good example, and I want them to become that example for years to come. Mm-hmm. And I think they definitely are, because they're incredible to me.
When you guys were playing and you had a lead after day one, did you know that you kind of had that? Were you kind of keeping an eye on where that lead was day two, or were you strictly playing golf?
Yeah, so we knew what kind of lead we had. I don't think we can really help not looking at what kind of lead we had, because last year we knew how much we had to come back by, or at least try to. But I had a rough 2 days. It definitely wasn't my best, and I didn't play my best. But I knew that if we normally play better on day two. At any 2-day tournament, we always play better on day two. So I knew that as long as we played the same or played better, I knew that we were going to be fine.
Avery, did you know kind of where things were at during day two while you were playing, or was it just one hole at a time?
Well, I also had not the best day on my first day. Day two really is always better. I just was telling myself, this is my last golf tournament ever, so just enjoy it, make the most of it, and whatever happens for a reason, because it's God's plan. Mm-hmm. And whatever he decides for us, whether it's a state championship or not, it's for a reason. Mm-hmm. So
all right, well, congratulations, ladies. Best of luck to you in your future. Hey, when we come back, we're going to talk with 2 other golfers that played at the state tournament as well, so don't go away. We continue on the Locker Room.
For over 60 years, Oxford Lumber has been servicing our area, and our customer service has always been our main focus. Our customer service is what sets us apart from anyone else. From the moment you enter, our highly trained staff will treat you like family.
To enthusiastically provide total customer satisfaction within a positive and self-fulfilling employee relations environment. Visit us at any of our 4 locations or at oxfordlumber.com.
Since 1993, WM Grocery has been a major part of our local community. WM offers the very best in fresh produce and an outstanding meat department. WM also has many local products not found anywhere else and fresh sushi every day. If you need an event catered, come see Mrs. K at any WM store. Curbside pickup is also available for your online grocery orders. Be sure to download the WM app for all the deals of the week and shopper rewards. Go check them out today at any of their locations.
We take pride in our community and appreciate your business.
For metal buildings in Alabama and the Southeast, Waldrop Manufacturing is your one-stop source. A Waldrop metal building provides the coverage and protection your investments need. They specialize in carports, RV covers, portable buildings, and storage buildings. Stop paying rent for storage. With Waldrop's price per foot, you can actually save money by buying straight from the manufacturer. Waldrop buildings are guaranteed because Waldrop manufactures buildings with U.S. steel right here in Calhoun County. Waldrop Manufacturing, serving the entire Southeast. Give them a call today.
Welcome back into the Locker Room. We continue on this Friday afternoon. We are now joined by Nevaeh Foster and Jasmine Stokes of the Alexandria Valley Cubs golf team. Both of these ladies were a part of the group of 4 that took the field in Florence, seeking to win a state championship in ladies golf for the first time since 2008. Well, they were successful, as you see the beautiful hardware right here next to me. So let's start. Jasmine, you're only in the 7th grade, yet you finished as the top individual on the team as a 7th grader. So that's pretty impressive. So just talk about how you felt out there.
Well, I honestly wasn't expecting it, because I'm number 4, and most of these girls out here are better than me. I think it feels good to probably like shoot in the 30s because, I barely shoot in the 30s, and it's a very good feeling.
Now, Nevaeh, she just said she was the 4, yet she had probably one of the best. Well, not probably. She did have one of the best. With her being a 7th grader, and you now have been in this program for a couple years, when you look at her, just talk about the potential she has.
I'm just really excited that she's on the team and she can pick us up when we don't play as well. And I'm just excited that she's a 7th grader and she's shooting this well.
Now, she just said some nice things about you, so I want to come back to you and just ask you kind of about Nevaeh and just the tournament she had, and talk about the other 2 seniors as well that are leaving this program, and Marley and Avery.
Marley, me and her started being friends like last semester, like even before this golf season started. I love Marley. Marley is like one of my best friends. Avery, I love Avery also. She is one of my best friends. Nevaeh, she can be very silly sometimes, very funny. But I love Nevaeh too. She's a very nice friend. I like Nevaeh.
Now, Nevaeh, looking at Marley and Avery, both of those 2 ladies are going to leave after next week. They're graduating. So for you, when you look at those 2, what are you going to remember most about them?
I'm going to remember Marley. She's a little bit of a yapper, but I'm just going to remember like all the fun times we've had, and Avery's like she's also a yapper, and I'll just remember them always having like just being close to them, because I was never really close to the seniors when I was a freshman, but I just got really close to Avery and Marley, and they've just been my best friends since I've started.
That's awesome. Jasmine, how did it feel when you found out we did it? We won the state championship.
I was emotional and excited. I gave them a hug and stuff. Avery is the one that made me cry, because like I gave her a hug first. She made me cry. I was honestly very excited, knowing that we were like 11 strokes ahead of West Point, and they beat us like 3 in sub-state.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Nevaeh, when you found out we did it, we're bringing home the blue trophy, how did you feel?
It didn't really hit me until I got in the car and I was on the way home. I was just like, is this real? Like, I felt like it was a dream. I didn't really, and everybody was crying, and I was like, why are y'all crying? And everyone's crying except me, and I was just like, okay, yeah, well, because I didn't believe it until I got in the car, and I was really happy.
Jasmine, you're only a 7th grader, so this is, I'm assuming, your first year playing for Coach Kiker. Just talk about Coach Kiker and the impact he's made on you just this year alone.
Coach Kiker is probably like the best coach I've probably had. He's nice, he's very funny, and I like to have him as a coach a lot.
Yeah. Talk about Coach Howard, who also helps out with this program so much.
Coach Howard is probably the one that probably helped me score the best, because I've gotten better throughout the season. He's the one that taught us how to bunkers, how to chip, how to score good on par 5s. Just how, like, I would probably, if he wasn't there, I would probably score so bad on par 5s if I did not listen to him.
Coach Kiker, you hear that? You're the funniest, but when it comes to the actual chipping and stuff, Coach Howard is Nevaeh, just talk about Coach Kiker and getting to play for him.
I like playing for Coach Kiker. He is funny, and I feel like he's the one that like picks us up when when we have a bad hole. And Coach Howard, or my grandfather, he's more like the one that's like serious and is like, oh, you need to do this, this, and this to succeed.
With you being his granddaughter, do you think he's harder on you than he is to other ladies?
Yes, very much so. I think so. I mean, I don't know about the other ones, but I think he's very much like harder on me, which is, fine, I guess. We butt heads sometimes, but it's fine.
Yeah. You're only a 7th grader, so you've still got a lot of years left for this program. Obviously, you're going to lose Marley and Avery, the graduation, but when you look at what's coming back next year with Nevaeh and, Elena and just everything else, talk about the potential of this program. Just what you guys are capable of doing, like trying to repeat as a champion.
I think that we'll be able to score easily. Nevaeh is a very good golfer, and I also think Elena is a very good golfer. I feel like we could probably at least shoot very good in tournaments and be able to win a lot of them. By the people that we have on our team.
Now, Nevaeh, you obviously, Jasmine's a 7th grader, but you have Elena as well, who we didn't interview, but is an 8th grader and still got 4 years left to contribute to this program. Talk about her and just the potential she has.
Elena has improved a lot this whole year, and I'm very proud of her, and I think she's going to improve more. I think that we can make it back to the state, even though we're losing Avery and Marley. I think we can make it back to state and win it, or even get second, because West Point doesn't have any seniors, but I think we can win it.
Yeah, well, I definitely think you guys are going to win it again. Let's just kind of talk about Jasmine. How did you guys celebrate winning the championship? Did you guys do anything? Did you go anywhere? What was the celebration? It was just grab the trophy and all right, see y'all next week.
That's exactly what we did, honestly. I think the only times we probably went out to go eat is Sunday and Monday after the tournament. Tuesday, it was just emotional. We just got the trophy. We just left.
Just left. Did nothing else.
Nothing else.
Nothing else. Nevaeh, during the rain, having to play the course, what was the biggest challenges you think you faced personally and the team faced?
I don't really know. For me, I don't know. The second day wasn't really that good for me. I guess the rain kind of messed up my headspace, but it didn't really affect the course that much. There was some standing water and then some bunkers were wet, but I don't think it affected the course physically, but mentally it kind of affected me.
Final question, Jasmine, what will you remember the most about this season?
About Marley and Avery leaving, for sure.
That's very kind of you. Nevaeh, what will you remember the most about this season?
This season, I'll definitely remember State, obviously, and State's always fun. Just spending the days with my girls, and I don't know. I'm just gonna remember all of us talking and then goofing around, having a good time.
All right, Nevaeh Foster and Jasmine Stokes of the Alexandria ladies golf team. And that's going to do it for us today. That fly needs to go on somewhere. We hope you have a great weekend and hope you'll join us back here next week on The Locker Room.